Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail heroic. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to get your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important things are hidden to people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework thing. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. That means you're gonna make a profit.
Look, these 3 words written larger than the rest. The special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to the Twilight Zone Sunday for September 4th, 2022. We finished the original Rod Serling 1959 Twilight Zone series of 5 seasons are behind us. Today we move on to the Twilight Zone movie, released in 1983. This movie features 4 segments, like 4 short stories. The first one of which is unfortunately famous for the lives of actors that were killed in the filming of the scene with the helicopter. I'm not going to go into the details. I'm sure most people know about it. And if you don't, you can look up the details pretty much anywhere, Wikipedia, anywhere that talks about the movie. It's probably the most famous part of the movie. And welcome, Mr. Londell, to the panel. Qapla.
Qapla.
So, yeah, we've reached the movie. Hakeem was first in the chat. Qapla Hakeem. 47 Yorktown puts in hashtag scary door. I watch a plane, Bird O' Prey 5. Yes, Terror at 30,000 feet is the final segment of today's episode. There's actually one of the four segments is completely new, and the other 3 segments are kind of reboots, redos of previous Twilight Zone segments. Miss Lodell says, want to see something scary. This is technically considered a scary movie. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Bird O' Prey 5 and chat. Absolutely. Upon Mike Richards. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, damn it, Bird. Why do you keep the same schedule? You're supposed to stream around my schedule. Just kidding. Have a good stream. Sadly, I have to miss, but we'll drop a like. Thank you so much, Gorilla. And I know there's only so many hours in a day we're bound to stream, and there are no hard feelings, Gorilla. Absolutely none at all. And guys, Dr. Alex, another big friend of mine, is also streaming, technically premiering a show right now. He had asked me if I wanted to be there, and I was going to try to be there with him, but then when I saw it was the same time as my stream, I had to unfortunately pass. But he actually started a half hour earlier, and if anybody's interested in checking out Dr. Alex's stream for today, please do. Professor Brainy Speck says Bird of Prey seriously needs to fix his clock or get out of the Twilight Zone. Bird is late again. Thank you, Professor. But I think after my last night's champion performance on Jeopardy, I've earned my right to be late. Speaking of Jeopardy, John DeMargo's in the chat. Qapla, John says greetings, everyone. LDG, hashtag free the net is here. Waving, Qapla, LDG. Josh Street says Twilight the movie. Now, this is not Twilight the movie. Bird of Prey, Jedi Bill must happen. That his favorite movie of all time is what you're showing. This is not Twilight the movie. This is the Twilight Zone movie. Big difference. No sparkly vampires here.
Yes. Yes.
Mike Richards says greetings to John and Professor, who says greetings back. I put up the link to join the panel, and I pinned it for anyone interested in coming up on the panel. Dave G. Sound says good day. Karoga, Qapla, Dave G. 47 Yorktown says hello, young sir. Qapla, 47. And Josh Street says, remember to go and bookmark the Bird screening room so you can watch along with Bird of Prey 5 only as he streams the movie or episode at birdofprey5.com/SR. Absolutely. If you want to watch this live with us, you can watch the movie, my copy of the movie with me, like you would if I could invite you to my home, which I would do if not for, the current pandemic going on. So because of that, the next best thing is you watch my copy of the movie, which I legally have with me right now as we watch the movie. If you can't watch it live, then you have to get your own copy of the movie. I know it's on Vudu. There's probably other places you can get it on Blu-ray or DVD. It's a relatively inexpensive movie since it's so old, in 1983 release. So thank you, Josh Street. Aravic Saunders says Qapla, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Aravic. John DeMarco says hi to people. Professor says hi. Qapla, Professor. What do we got? Yvette, it says good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening, Yvette. Yvette, of course, has been streaming with Deej this morning. Deej completed his epic 48-hour live stream, and we hope Deej is doing well. I hope he's deep asleep at the moment, getting a lot of rest that he earned, putting in 48 hours of streaming. And yes, and Yvette was a big part of it. So welcome, Yvette. As was you, Mr. Londell. You were up there quite a bit.
Yeah, it was something to do.
Exactly. Words and Pictures is Qapla, Bird of Prey. Twilight Zone film is new to me. You know what? Words and Pictures, I saw it for the first time maybe 6-7 years ago. It was new to me too, and I did not know it even existed. Now I've seen it a couple times, so but to be honest, I'm still less familiar with this film than I was many of the better episodes of Twilight Zone. 47 says, 1983, the year of his 18th birthday. Wow. 1983 was the year of my 5th birthday. But who's counting? I was counting. I did not want to be 5 years old. I would have much preferred to be 15. You're young, you want to be old. Then you're old, you want to be young. Life is not fair. Life is not fair at all. You always want what you can't have, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Lundell, anything you want to say about the movie before we start?
Not much. I mean, it's been quite a few years since I've seen it, so it'll be just interesting to revisit this.
Absolutely. We'll see it again for the first time.
Mhm.
Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, Berto Prey, Mamo Prey, and the Sassy. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you, Robert Rose Jr. I hope you are doing well as well. So I guess with that, we're going to go ahead and start the show. Head over to the Berto Prey 5 screening room, bertoprey5.com/SR. If you're watching this on a mobile device, you have to use a second mobile device, probably, to open up the screening room. If you're on a computer, then you can just open it in another browser tab or another browser completely. Cinnabon Bunny, hello, Cinnabon Bunny. Qapla, Cinnabon just got finished doing a stream of more cards, and I caught him at the end about he had to, what was that, Cinnabon? You stole cards from a Happy Meal from some kids at McDonald's? That's pure Kurogan right there, Cinnabon. You might consider yourself alpacan or whatever, bunny empire, but total Kurogan move. Steal the cards from a kid's Happy Meal. Good on you. Good on you. Words and Pictures says, do we still get do? No, Words and Pictures. That will end with Deep Space Nine, the final episode of Deep Space Nine, coming up this Wednesday. Cinnabon says he's got to catch them all. That's right. Even if a kid already has them, it's right in the name. You got to catch them all. So I guess they give you permission to steal them back. Okay. I'm going to count down, and then we're going to get started. If you are watching only on YouTube, you will get a screenshot every 10 or so seconds, so you have some idea what's going on in the movie. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. Here we go. We got the Warner Brothers set. You wake up in the morning.
You hear the work bell ring.
Damn right.
March you to the table. It's the same damn thing.
Same old thing. Professor said, did it just glitch? Or was it my connection? It seems to be running okay for me.
It glitched a little bit at the song.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay. May have glitched a little in the song. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, it's going to be okay. Just stay safe and not worry about what Captain Love Bunny is planning to do, probably involving a love punch to the body to bring you back the love. And John DeMarco says, Twilight Zone in color just seems off. Hey, I know that guy. Dan Aykroyd. And that other guy, he looks familiar too. What are popular actors doing in a movie called Twilight Zone? Words and Pictures, that tiny glitch was just you entering the Twilight Zone. See, that's what I used to do. Sing like crazy on driving my Jeep down a country road at night. Of course, I didn't have somebody else in the Jeep with me. Oh, God damn. I certainly didn't have a cassette tape. Or is that an 8-track?
No, that's a cassette.
Cassette tapes. No entertainment. Oh, shit. Words and Pictures says no radio, 80s version of no phone signal.
Yeah.
Did he say nuns could be out there? I used to drive with the lights off sometimes on dark country roads. Would really freak out my passengers.
Had to drive like that in the army at night. Trust me, it ain't fun. Fucking blackout.
Oh shit! We got bots. Kronos, where are you? Oh, Mike Richards, thank you. I am tired of being alone. How did 69mega.com know?
Lucky guess.
I'm pretty sure I do have it subscribers only. I guess I lost a subscriber. Motherfucker. The volume sounds a bit low. Yeah, LDG. I noticed it, but as you know, there's nothing I can do about it. I brought my volume up to the computer higher, lowered the volume on YouTube.
National Geographics.
Yeah, but these TV shows were much more recent. In 1983.
Yeah.
Mike Richards says, did your singing break the cassette player? No, Mike, it wasn't my singing. That's the same guy from Cocoon, isn't it?
No, that's not.
No? He wasn't the boat captain on Cocoon?
No, that's not him.
Oh.
You're thinking about Steve Guttenberg.
Uh,
He also played in the Police Academy movies.
right, yeah. Words and Pictures says it was Hawaii 5-0. What the hell are they talking about? How are they talking about the Twilight Zone? The Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah.
Really scary. Don't ever pull over. I think this is a bad choice. Oh, God. Yeah. Words and Pictures says this is actually worrying. Another dimension. Dimension of sight. You're moving into a land, both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. The movie.
Burgess Meredith.
Hakeem says that actually scared me. Oh, it scared me too the first time. The Tender Trap. We're about to meet an angry man. Robert Rose has seen Cocoon once. There's a big snore. Mama Praise, one of Mama Praise' favorite movies.
Oh, okay.
Springtime says Bird of Prey. Remember, it's illegal to drive without clothing at 2 a.m. in New York or any state.
Right.
I think I could fight that in court. Professor says he could have done a better Rod Serling than that narrator, than Burgess Meredith. Considering he was in the original Twilight Zone, he had experience, Professor. Hey, baby, sit on my lap.
Teenager in McDonald's and going to. Yes.
It's a bad word. Wow. I did not remember this.
You don't?
I didn't remember it going this far.
Yeah.
Springtime says his actor was killed making this movie.
Yeah,
Was he one of the ones that was killed?
Yeah, it was him and two kids. They got decapitated.
Holy crap. And let's just remember, he's an actor. It's not necessarily what he believes. So, people might say, "Oh, he got what he deserved," but Robert Rose says, too bad, Jr. says, too bad William Shatner didn't reprise his role for this movie instead of John Lithgow. Yeah. Vile Mike, Qapla Vile says, howdy, folks. About to head out to do laundry. Just want to drop in and say howdy. And Cinnabon says, oh no, it's Antifa.
Yeah, they just don't know it yet.
Where's 54.5 Access Radio? Give us the breaking news. Words and Pictures says the lighting and the setting has the feel of the original shows.
Sorta, I guess.
And Professor says the music has an original Twilight Zone series feel. Hello, 54.5 Access Radio. Thank you, Mike Richards again. Is that Dan from Night Court?
John Larroquette. Yes, it is. Mhm.
54.5 Access Radio says, yes, we were the bad guys, but we had cool uniforms. Can't argue with that. God, forgive these dogs. They know not what they do. They're just trying to be happy dogs. Okay, this is the helicopter thing.
A rice paddy in Da Nang.
I was wondering, I forgot, how did they get from there to here? I knew it was a long road, but you don't look at it, it can't see you.
Oh, shit. Big honking snake. Victor Charlie on patrol.
Qapla, Jedi Bill.
Okay.
Words and pictures is still not feeling sorry for him.
No, you can't help but not feel sorry for this piece of shit. Into the cattle car, scum bucket. Oh, huh.
Moral of the story is, if you're a racist,
You're
you're
gonna
going to be
get
sent
fucked.
through time.
That just did not have the impact. If Serling had written that episode, it didn't have the impact that it should have had.
Yeah. That's exactly what LDG recommends. He recommends lemon juice.
Damn.
They don't even have anybody to help him with his bags.
Although this is a Twilight Zone episode from the original series, what they're doing here gives it more of a feel of what was that? Something like strange stories or whatever. It doesn't feel like a Twilight Zone episode so far.
They're playing Jeopardy. Imagine us all being in our 90s talking about Star Trek. You remember that Star Trek Discovery? The worst shit I ever seen. Mike Richards recommends vodka and milk of magnesia. It's called a Phillips screwdriver.
There's one old curmudgeon in the bunch. Always. Huh.
Man, how many people share a room? What the hell would the world think? A bunch of old people out there, doing hopscotch. I guess I got no idea how kick the can even works. Oh no. I've seen this episode before.
Uh-huh.
There's a time displacement vortex. They're going to have to use the transporters to get them back to their regular age. But Ensign Rose is going to wait a little longer.
Huh.
Mike Richards says, just as long as they don't start singing A la Moraine. And Professor Brainy Speck says, where's my video game system? Think you're a little early for video game systems. A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3 more. Professor Brainy Speck says early 80s, Atari, Intellivision, ColecoVision. Stop bitching. Who's going to take care of you? You're going to take care of your damn selves. You're old people. Oh, your dead husband's not here. Wow, these people completely. Well, you're not going to. They're already dead. You still will.
Huh.
You're still 80. You only look 8.
Huh.
And he got your ring for you, damn it. Surely one of them doesn't want to wake up in their old bodies. Mike Richards says, send them to birds' minds. They all share the same room? Co-ed? Professor is not sending them.
Huh.
You had your choice. Now you've got to die old.
You missed your chance, Pops.
Robert Rose Jr. asks, how can a show like Game of Thrones make better looking CGI dragons than a big budget movie such as the Dungeons and Dragons movie? I've never heard of the Dungeons and Dragons movie. And Game of Thrones was pretty big budget.
Yep.
Look who's playing Kick the Can. He found his youth after all.
Hmm. Huh.
Only one person's grandfather or great uncle is missing.
Huh.
Miranda Menace says, greetings from the future. I am late to the party. Is this not just a rehash of a classic episode?
Yes,
It
it
is
is.
a rehash. 3 out of the 4 movie things are rehashes. This is the second.
Hmm. Oh, okay, so that's his job. Going from old folks home to old folks home.
"27. She looks 35. Willoughby.
Uh huh. We've been there before.
Want to retire in Willoughby.
Yes, Professor, that was Bill Mumy.
He was so close to scoring.
Damn.
Oh my God. Oh, lady, you almost killed the kid.
That was a hell of a stunt, I tell you.
Man, that was a hit. That was a big hit. You saw it all too. They didn't cut away.
Oh, she drives a Volkswagen Rabbit. Who's old enough to remember Volkswagen Rabbits?
Aren't they death traps? Or
Well, the
I don't know,
Pinto.
shitty cars. Oh yeah. Hi, Helen. You're going to come back to my place.
Okay, Victorian. Okay, warning number 1.
Squirrel.
All those damn abandoned cars.
I'm not a serial killer.
Kevin McCarthy and forget her name.
Pop culture curator says the daughter does the voice of Bart Simpson. Qapla. Qapla, pop culture curator. And words and pictures says, where's the dog? The daughter does the voice of Bart. I know it's a woman that does Bart's voice. Surprised she's in Twilight Zone. There's something a wee bit off about this place.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy Cartwright, says Pop, culture curator.
Yeah. This feels more like Amazing Stories than Twilight Zone. If you look at it.
I don't think I've ever seen Amazing Stories, so.
Then that may be something you should look into.
Yes. We'll see. Qapla, Murder Hornet. Professor Brainy Speck says amazing stories were okay. Nothing special. And Pop Culture Curator was going to have watch parties of amazing stories. You still can, Pop Culture. I'll try to check some out. That is some accident.
Yep. Now, do you understand why Bill Mumy was in it in the beginning of this episode?
Not really, but
this is a play on that episode.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He was it right.
See.
Pop Culture Curator says 1980s Twilight Zone next week. I'm going to try Pop Culture Curator for next week. Indeed. There's also the possibility of the Rod Serling documentary before we start 1980s Twilight Zone. I got to see what my schedule's like. A Quiet Woman Indeed, Twilight, says Random Menace. And Pop Culture Curious says, let me know when you have some free time. I will, Pop Culture. I'm kind of going through some medical stuff at the moment. I wasn't even sure I was going to stream today until a couple hours before I put the stream up. Murder Hornet says returns as Tales from the Dark Side. Isn't that a comic? Robert Rose Jr. says the Friday the 13th TV show was pretty good. Who remembers that show? Not me. Thank you, Pop Culture Curator. There's nothing to be sorry about. It just, you know, half the time I'm got medical issues. Professor says, Bert, are you going to have DS9 Wednesday at the regular time this week? I can probably join. Yeah, Professor, I'm going to start around 4 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to go twice the normal time.
Huh.
So I'm going to try to start quickly because it's a double episode. I'd like to start watching by 4:15, the latest. And then we got 90 minutes.
Huh.
Pop Culture Curator has all these shows. Professor, you're welcome anytime.
Hmm. Huh. Mhm. Hmm.
We had an old TV like that in a big wooden cabinet. Oh, I forgot he makes an appearance. Mr. Garrick says this is a great movie. I'll be honest, Mr. Garrick. I was thinking the exact opposite.
It's dated. That's the problem. This is 83. It was, this is one of Spielberg's early directorial deals,
But
anyway, right?
good movies can hold up.
Yeah, but not necessarily.
Wrath of Khan was 82.
Yeah, but I mean, and then like 2001 is what, like 68, but not necessarily will it hold up.
Professor Brainy Speck says this segment is pretty good in his opinion.
Oh, Joe Dante. Okay, that's why it doesn't hold up. That's right.
Words and Pictures says repeating episodes was a mistake for him. And Professor Training Specs says it definitely has a distinct 80s feel, but a lot of the 60s episodes had the 60s feel.
Mm-hmm.
Pop culture curator says the problem is Out doesn't have the horror edge the series had. Everything is played as a joke. And this is terror at 30,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just how disgusting the water in that sink would be. It doesn't have the horror edge the series had. Occupied. Go away, lady.
Oh, he's popping everything. Huh. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Cinch it up real tight. Gag that little rugrat.
She say her name was Deanna?
I guess she'd do in a pinch.
As long as she's not flying the plane.
Oh, remember when you could do that?
Especially next to children.
Look, you got a crazy man, okay? Oh my goodness. The W.C. Fields ventriloquist dummy. How many of you knew that?
Not me.
Oh, he's popping them like candy. I think Shatner was doing the new Star Trek movies when this was going on,
He was. I mean, Wrath of Khan come out the year before. So Search for Spock was probably being filmed.
Yeah. Either that or and T.J. Hooker was around this time too, wasn't it?
Probably.
So he was a busy man around this time. Okay. Yeah, give me 2 of them. Okay.
Professor says Shatner should have played the gremlin.
No. Like I said, he was a busy man
The
this
gremlin
time.
should have been a Gorn. There's a Gorn on the wing.
Yeah, right, dude.
Don't open the window. Don't open the window.
Open the window.
Professor Brainy Specs says vertebrae. It's Dick Solomon on a mission from the big giant head. What?
Third Rock from the Sun.
Okay.
That was his character, Dick Solomon.
I watched Third Rock from the Sun just enough to know he was on it, but not enough to know like character names or anything. I do know he was in Dexter. He was the Trinity killer. Don't do it. Don't
Open the
do
window.
it.
Go ahead, open it. It'll be good for you. You know you want to open it. Just open it. Get it over with. Yeah. Surprise, baby.
Wow, how did those people get right next to him so quickly?
This was the damn camera. Somebody slapped the kid, okay? No. Where's the straight jacket? Okay. Where's the straight jacket? It was supposed to be funny pop culture. That's why they were laughing. They didn't play this for the drama. It was for the comedy.
Pop culture curator says, I saw this at the theater. The audience was laughing. Terrible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Step one, get him away from the freaking window. Okay.
Pop culture curator says, even Richard Matheson, the writer, didn't like the comedy angle. And he says they turned what was probably the scariest Twilight Zone episode into a joke. Well, the little girl certainly doesn't increase the fear factor.
Yeah.
And neither does this scene.
Nothing. I don't see anything wrong with them playing this for comedy, because if you watch it enough times, the original, you see the comedy in it.
I'd say I don't really think the original was all that scary.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that one jumps scare where the gremlin's right at the window.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing was particularly scary.
Well, it was the tension in the original episode.
Yeah.
But it's been played from the 60s up until, let's say, the episode when you played it. All those years in between, okay? If you remember, me and Professor, we were like, open the window, don't open the window. Open, just because you know what's going to happen, you can play the comedy with it. So if the movie makers saw the comedy in this and they played on it, that's fine. I think it works. Oh man, he got the hog leg. Motherfucker just went crazy.
Pop culture curator says it was scary in the day and it was a disaster at the box office.
You're smoking and you're worried about a fuel leak?
Uh-oh. Hey, it's that guy.
Let the midnight special.
Words and Pictures says, I liked all four, didn't dislike any, but they don't significantly improve the originals. And we get a voiceover of the original Rod Serling and the original opening. It's an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Okay. Landis, Spielberg, Dante, and Miller. Okay.
Produced by Steven Spielberg and John Landis.
Yeah.
And Pop Culture Curator said Burgess Meredith narrated the beginning. Yep, they did. Yvette says, thank you, Bird, for a really great film. Love most of the remakes for a change. Lowell.
I have to agree with Words and Pictures. It didn't add to it. Albert Brooks, that's the guy that was in the car at the beginning.
Yeah, Words and Pictures says, glad I watched it. Thanks for showing. I guess as a Christmas holiday filler, I'd watch it again. Professor Brainy Speck says, the only one I thought was really subpar was the second segment. And like Words and Pictures, I don't think any of them were better than the original episodes.
Precisely.
Miranda Menace says that was fun. Happy you enjoyed it, Random Menace.
Mm-hmm. And this was the 80s, okay, and it was like the beginning of the sci-fi rush golden age that we see that we're just coming out of. So
Well, yeah, I'd say I was a little disappointed. I think I remembered these episodes or these segments to be a little better than what I remember them to be.
Well, see, you were a kid, okay? So
that's what I'm saying. The first time I saw this was only 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh.
I didn't see it as a kid.
Oh, you missed out. Dude, did you miss out? Most people are hooked on this stuff as kids. So, you know.
Arabic Saunders says, so there's an 80s series next. Yes, Arabic. I have it. I have it on DVD. It's going to take a little time to convert them to files I can digitalize, but it's certainly doable. If I was feeling 100% or even 80%, I would say no problem. But because I've got something medical going on, I'm on antibiotics, I can't promise we'll be ready for next week, but I'm going to try hard. I'll try hard to be ready with either 3 episodes or 2 episodes, depending on how long they are. And, or there is one more documentary that we could watch first.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Take your time, you know, do it when you know you're feeling good so you can do it the way you want it done. You know, that's
there's a chance we may take next Sunday off, but we'll see. It's too early to call that now.
Oh, see, even LDG is volunteering his services.
Pablo the Curator says, thanks. You are welcome. Arabic, are you going to do the latest ones as well eventually? If you mean the CBS All Access, CBS Paramount Plus, CBS All Access ones, the Jordan Peele ones, probably not. I've already did those reviews. They are on my channel, and they were all terrible.
Oh, yeah.
They were all completely terrible.
Let's not do Jordan Peele, no.
But you know what? After we're done with all the others, maybe. I mean, there's only 2 seasons of them, if I recall, and they're relatively short seasons. So it wouldn't take all that long to do them. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, the reviews are already there on my channel in the Twilight Zone playlist. So if anyone's interested in my review of them, unfortunately, between the 2 seasons, there was only 1 episode I thought was good. And I think 1 episode I thought perhaps wasn't horrible. And all the other episodes were really complete shit. I mean, as bad as Star Trek Discovery. Arguably worse.
What do you expect from Jordan Peele? This guy's work sucks.
LDG says, give me the word, Bird. I can have it ready on the day. No problem. Well, thank you, LDG. But you'll see. Words and pictures. Do you have a stand-in film show for next week? Well, I should be able to do the Rod Serling documentary next week if I can't get the shows working. It's also on a DVD, but it would just probably be easier to do.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh, and Mike Wallace did an interview with him as well, and I've seen it's on YouTube. I've seen it. I've seen the thumbnails of it on YouTube. Just never had a chance to see
it. Professor Brainispec says a question of track starts in 8 minutes, and that was a minute ago. So guys, please go out and check A Question of Trek. It's been a while since they've had a new show, and check it out, please. I'll be headed over there myself. Miss Lundell, anything you want to say before we go?
This was fun, despite any naysayers in the audience. Good show, good attempt at a movie from these directors. Get a chance, maybe consider the ones from the 2000s. And then
definitely.
That would be it for Twilight Zone. No peel, please. No
peel.
Other than that, hey, have fun. I'm throwing up movies on YouTube now. So every day around 12 o'clock Central Time, there's a premiere. So when you don't have anything to do, you can watch a movie. You can watch a groovy movie
on
YouTube. Or you can just go on over to Odyssey and take your pick.
And I put the link in for your Odyssey channel as always. Can head there. There's an extensive collection of groovy movies now on Odyssey. Dr. Alex's Qapla to Pray, thank you for popping into the chat in my latest vid. No problem, Doctor. I would have stayed longer, except I had to start streaming myself. I gave you the heads up when I saw that the times, just didn't work out. Mike Richards is farewell from Columbus, Ohio. Farewell, Mike Richards, and Pop Culture Curator. Says, Bird of Prey, please check out my Father of Star Trek video. Actually, Pop Culture Curator, I watched it last night. I was watching DJ's stream last night as you played your Father of Star Trek video. I should click on it and put the official comment in your comments, and I will do that. But my short feedback on your video is, well, two things. Number one, I kind of got very defensive because I felt like, and I don't know if you were a Simpsons fan, Pop Culture Curator, but if you were, I felt like it was whacking day and you were Lisa Simpson and you were trying to destroy Jebediah Springfield's memory. And if you remember, at the end of that episode, they're like, oh, the little girl's going to speak. And she has the proof that Jebediah Springfield was a fraud. But instead, she says, I just wanted to say Jebediah Springfield was, and she found out that he was actually a pirate or something that tried to kill George Washington. And she said, he was great. I just want to say he was great. And everybody cheers her. And she realizes that, even if he wasn't the perfect person, he came to stand for, he was idealized and the people didn't want the truth. The people just rather have a hero. And so she made the wise decision to not call him out for every, little problem there might have been. God. So at first I felt a little bit like that. But on the other hand, you said who was the father of Star Trek, but then you also used the phrase a parent of Star Trek. And I think it's fair to say that most things have two parents And arguably in Star Trek, they have more than two parents sometimes. And I think it's fair to say that Star Trek had multiple parents. And while it might not have been only Gene Roddenberry, it is more than fair to say Gene Roddenberry was a parent of Star Trek. And yes, there might have been others, D.C. Fontana, Gene Kuhn, the other guy you bring up in your video. But clearly, Gene Roddenberry had at least as much to do with Star Trek as anyone else, even if it wasn't 100% his idea. That was my feelings. But it was a very good video. It was a very good video, Pop Culture Curator. And I know you weren't trying to insult anyone. Obviously, you came across information I had never heard of or never seen before. And I think it was brave to bring it up, especially to people who really have a passionate view of Gene Roddenberry one way or the other. So I definitely commend that aspect, though I as soon as I heard it go and the direction it was going, I grew concerned. I recognize that it's not the right thing to be defensive about, but on the other hand, that's Gene Roddenberry, man. I don't want you to ruin my. That's like destroying the memory of George Washington or something. Like these are heroes, people I looked up to my whole life. Don't fuck with that, please. I know they're just men, and men aren't perfect.
It's not that big of a deal, you know.
Yeah. Miss
all
Lundell.
All he did was listed the people that helped fill out the Trek Bible. Basically, is Roddenberry gets the credit he gets because it was originally his idea, his thoughts about a world where there's no hunger, no poverty. We all get along.
Well, that's what we think.
Yeah, but it was other people that made it was other people that did the writing along with him that fleshed out that universe.
According to the video, there was a guy there that claimed he gave Gene Roddenberry the Star Trek idea. He was the one who came up with it. I don't know if he's true or honest or not, but he's still alive, or at least he was at the time he did this interview, and Gene had already died. So
it's too late now. I mean,
exactly.
She got out of
exactly.
Should have kept his mouth shut.
At this point, what does it matter? And Pop Culture Curator, I did not write those comments. I only thought of them last night as I was watching your video on Deeja's channel. So I said I needed to remember to go write those comments on your video, which I forgot about. So thank you for reminding me. Cinnabon says Deej is the father. Yes, Deej is the father, but not of Star Trek. I wasn't trying to discount the others who worked with him. I know you weren't. This is just me personally. And I admit I'm totally wrong, but it's just the way I feel. And Pop says, I am a fan of Roddenberry. I saw him twice at conventions. Very cool. Gap After Dark says, I subbed to you on Odyssey, Miss Lundell.
Thank you,
very
sir.
Cool. And Pop Culture Curator says, this guy's dead too. Pop says, I didn't think you did. Okay. I didn't know if we were talking about the same thing. No, I don't. You had no way of knowing I'd seen it or not. I was laying down, so I didn't make any comment. You had absolutely no way to know I saw it. Captain Fandom Nerd says the Random Menace, hello. And Random Menace says only Federation is without poverty and violence. Tasha Yar grew up on an R-rated planet. Yeah, she sure did.
Actually, it was just Earth.
Yeah, I
Instead of
think it's just
Federation,
Earth.
it's just Earth.
Earth is the paradise. And as Cisco said, other people said it too. It's easy to be a saint in paradise.
Uh-huh.
Okay, guys, go check out A Question of Trek, please. I'm going to end it here. Qapla all. You don't have to go home, but don't stay here.
Yes, have fun. See you in the backstage probably in a little bit.
Sounds